guys, welcome back to the 52-week organizing challenge. This week we are going to be tackling our fridge and freezer. I used to absolutely hate cleaning up my fridge and freezer until I started using a few organizational systems that have really helped me out a lot. So we're going to talk about first, right on the front of your fridge. I get asked all the time, how do I stick to my weekly meal plan? This is how. I keep on my fridge, where I can see very easily, a list of my meals. I used to keep them here, but now that I have a new meal planner, I just tear out this section and keep it right here. So that is a great way for me to stay on top of things, pull things out of the freezer as I need to, and just refer to that and be prepared. I used to, before I had any sort of reminder on the fridge, I used to forget things in the freezer, and when it came to dinner time, we would have to scramble with like frozen dinner or takeout or something like that. But just having a list here of our weekly meals really helps to ensure I'm sticking with our meal plan. I also keep our family command center, which I've talked about before and I've done videos on. Up here on top of the fridge, I see so many times when I go into people's homes, just random things just shoved up there. And you can really take advantage of that space on top of your fridge by using bins. So here I just have two baskets. In this one I keep just water bottles and you know, those just cups and that sort of thing. And then in this one I try to keep it empty. We had all of our Valentine's Day stuff in there. We keep our Halloween candy when it's Halloween time. Just it's up out of the way so the kids can't be grabbing at candy all the time. If you just shove everything up there, it's hard to get it down. By using bins, you can just take the bins down and get to everything a lot easier, and it looks a lot neater than just having random stuff shoved up there. So now I'm going to go ahead and open up our fridge and freezer and share with you guys how I keep it organized. Okay guys, so first I'm going to share with you my fridge. Now it's nothing fancy at all, but I have a few things that really help me stay organized in my fridge. So usually on this shelf we just keep our juice. We like to have iced tea and apple juice. Those are usually the two juices that we stick to. This shelf we keep for milk and my husband's creamer. This drawer, which actually broke, it used to just hang like on top of here, and the thing broke, so that's okay. We can still slide in and out, so that still works. We keep our cheese and our deli meat in here. I have a serious issue with cheese. For some reason, I always feel like we need a million packages of cheese, so it's always overflowing, but that's where we keep that. I always have a bin for water. I think it's so much easier for the kids to pull it out if it's not it's still in like the container of the original packaging. So we just keep water bottles in here, and it's also stays a lot neater than having just random water bottles all around the fridge. Down here I have a bin for snacks, so again it's just easy for the kids to pull this out. We keep yogurt, applesauce, cheese sticks, all sorts of stuff in here that the kids can just take out on their own. I keep leftovers and meat for the next couple days in here, things that I'm going to use up for the week. And one tip that I have for your leftovers, take a dry erase or wet erase marker and mark what you have inside the containers and the date that you put it in there. So that way you're not wondering what the heck is in this. You can just see at a quick glance, and that helps you decide if it's still edible, if you need to clean it out, and that sort of thing. We have just some, my husband really likes these holy guacamole things. He brings those to work, so I keep those over here. And then in these two bins, we just have our fruits here and our vegetables here. Okay, now over here on the door, we keep all of our condiments. One tip that I have for you guys is to group your condiments in like items. For instance, we keep all of our barbecue sauce and hot sauce in here. My husband is a fanatic. He absolutely loves hot sauce, so we have a ton of hot sauce. So if we my dad's the same way. He absolutely loves hot sauce. So especially like on Sunday dinners or something, we'll just take this entire thing out and plop it on the table so they can go ahead and get what they want as far as hot sauce and sauces. And then it's so much easier to just pick it up and then put it back in here. All of these shelves are removable, and most fridges that I've seen do have removable shelves. So that's why it's important to group your items in like categories. Down here we have our ketchup, mustard, and we usually have mayonnaise. I'm running out of that, so I do have to pick that up at the store. And again, when we're having hot dogs or something that requires these condiments, I can just take this out and put it on the table and then put it back in when we're done. Over here we keep all of our salad dressings and salsa. My husband sometimes likes to put salsa on his salad, so I keep all of that together. Again, when we're having salad, I can just take this, put it on the table, and everyone can grab what they want. And then down here, this is just sort of like a miscellaneous bin. So we have our grated cheese, some syrup, some jelly, some lemon juice, our pepperoncini peppers, and garlic. And then down here we just keep like random things that don't fit nicely in these bins. So we have some chicken broth that I use for cooking, some Hershey's syrup, and some whipped cream. And then up here I just keep a little bin for, you know, when you get like those sauces from fast food restaurant or Chinese takeout, we just keep some extras in there. Those are good for like road trips or picnics and that sort of thing. We keep our butter up here, and I usually have one stick of butter out, and that's the one we're using, and then I keep the rest stored in here. And another tip that I have for you guys for keeping this area clean is take a paper towel and stick it down inside of there. So as you can see, I just folded a paper towel and I keep it in there. So as things sort of drip onto there or leak out or whatever, it's so much easier to clean it up because you just take your paper towel and throw it away rather than having to scrub the bottom of those bins. So that's really a very basic way that I keep our fridge organized, but it really does work for us. Now for the freezer, and I feel like there's definitely maybe a better way to go about organizing this, but this is what we have so far. So over here is where we keep our ice packs, extra ice packs, and that sort of thing. I keep ice cubes in here, and then our ice trays in here. So once the ice has been frozen, I just plop some ice cubes in there, and that just helps us, you know, have a good source of ice cubes readily available. I have some frozen avocados here, our like box things, so our waffles and Elio's pizzas right here. We keep our frozen pizza here. I always have a frozen pizza available in our freezer just in case you get into a bind and you need a quick dinner. That's sort of my go-to quick dinner. I have some shoe bins, which you guys know I use these everywhere. I use them in my freezer also. So I have one where I store all of our frozen veggies, and see how easily I can just pull this out and see what I have instead of it just getting all like over the place. I can easily see, pull this out, see what I have, what I need to stock up on. It just works out well for us. And here I keep like frozen pops and Go-Gurts. So we actually freeze our Go-Gurts. The kids prefer them that way. So we keep those in there, and then I just have some sherbet in there as well. And over here is where I keep our frozen meat. So as I buy meat to freeze, I just sort of stack it up here. And then over here in this shelf, I actually did not like this shelf at all because I'm super short and it was so hard for me to see inside of it. So I just keep things that are like poking up. So the bigger bags, like our chicken nuggets, our french fries, my chia seeds. And then down here we keep like our bread and pasta. So our bread rolls, we have garlic bread, and then some tortellini. Tortellini? Yeah. I think that's what it's called. Just had a little bit of a brain freeze there. But that is our freezer. Again, it's really simply organized, but it does work for us. These bins are very helpful for me just to see, again, what we have at a quick glance, and so things aren't getting sort of lost inside of here. So that is it, guys. That is my fridge and freezer organization. I would love to hear how you organize your fridge and freezer. One other tip I have for you, in order to keep your fridge and freezer clean, because let's face it, that's one of the tasks that are a little bit daunting sometimes and can sort of get away from us. While you are writing your grocery list to go to the grocery store, take 5 minutes and wipe down your fridge. So that way you know it's getting done on a regular basis. I go grocery shopping once a week, so before I go to the grocery store, as I'm writing my list, I just quickly wipe down all the surfaces and make sure all the leftovers are cleaned out that have to be, and it really keeps everything nice and clean. So that's it for this week's organizing challenge. I'd love to hear how you organize your fridge and freezer, and thanks so much for watching.